point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Quickly to the air is Burrow. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to it quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, that's always a good place to throw just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want to catch the football first.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Lions are 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they're coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And they go play action now. Burrow. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
11, MT, take. 11, 12, 12.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Nick Bonito able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Burrow looking to pass. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. How about that? They weather the storm on a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now a give right side Swift. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. But now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
With it is Brown. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to have good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
11, 11, 11, 11, 90.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Burrow on play action. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Well, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll force a time at 3rd and 14.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Brown. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow will try and set up the screen to Swift. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
First down. Complete to number 81. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
5 yards on the play.
They'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. He'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
On first down, they'll run with the Longu. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
How do you feel they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs? They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll drop to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. 5 yards that time with the completion. Now it's third and goal.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy that can turn it loose. And boy, he's right for one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now Burrow on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Flow. 11.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Vikings potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got a man, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. The opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They're going to look to throw. He finds Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second and 5. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Up the middle to Wangu. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's dropped underneath to Wangu. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
That's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Vikings are unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting...
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to the Wangu. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. This is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Play action. They'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow, he's going to get this one out to his fullback. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 MT, 11 MT, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
11 MT,
Swift going to try up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
I'm on, right? 12, 11 MT, hey! 11. Hey, can.
From the 41, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Straight ahead, here's Luongo. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Another run now for Luongo. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wilson's got it complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. The 17-yard line.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Vikings first down.
Looking to throw. That's complete right around the 8. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw here. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson from 8 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
12, 12, 12, 11, mighty, 11, mighty, 11, 11, 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11, 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
He'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Second and 13. Touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
12. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Brian Asamoah. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever.
11.
Now Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but works in Clark.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On the give is Nwangu. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Nwangu. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Chad Luma brings him down on that one defensively. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big 3rd down, and you have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Give left side here for Nwangu. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Here we go.
To throw, Burrow. He's got Brown on the out route complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Lewis Seen, and the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 27.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Vikings, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.